Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That one on Brian Bulaga. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass incomplete. A look now at the defensive starters for the Cardinals. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the 2nd round there defensively.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one too.
12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 19 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
And that explosive run right there reminds me that last week ran the ball really well, so they're continuing to do what they did in the previous game, run the ball and run it successfully. Expect that to continue throughout this one.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big run there by Jones. 46 yards on the ground. And when you draw up a draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play, because if it doesn't work, it's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free, a big gain.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It'll be a 3-yard gain. So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's Edmonds. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
This is Gallman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. After the penalty, it's Jones. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
You got him. You got him. 43.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Rodgers. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Robert Kimdichie, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Murray now on 1st down. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Here's Gallman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Mike 51. Check. 36.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Let's go.
1st down, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Hey.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Here's Murray. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
43's the mic, boys. 43.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On the return is Peterson. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. On third down, Murray. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On the delay, Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw on third down, Murray. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And his throw is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Murray now out to his left. Now he'll pull it down and give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Cardinals on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got a man. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Gallman will run it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. The Cardinals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Murray now on first down. Caught by Cobb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Murray now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it though. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Murray looking for his running back, and he's got him. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, Edmonds. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing now is Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Check, 43.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Defense.
So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now Gallman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Gallman again. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Now a toss. This is Gallman.
53. 6-man.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Draw play, Edmonds. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some block.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Za'Darius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, but now it'll be third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Adams has it. Good play.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 42. The Packers on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
False start. Offense.
3rd and 1, you had the run-pass option. Now, not so much.
Yeah, it changes the play call, doesn't it? And that's probably a big reason why those offensive coordinators laminate their play sheets. You can't just rip them and tear them up when you're angry about something like that.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He may try and run for this. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Come on, fellas.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check.
1st down, Murray. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, it's Williams on the catch. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, this is Butler making the catch. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Wayne Goldman, his first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they'd been down there. They'd been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point safely through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposite. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that a sack block.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the 1st down, but you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Murray now. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Murray. This is caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
On 2nd down now, Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Oh, here we go.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Marr is good. and that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Come on now, let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Murray, he's used to moving fast at Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. And the pressure gets to him again. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. To throw is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Check pass. Check pass.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet. Interesting. A very clean game. No turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Green Bay, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Arizona, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.